What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Mr. Random here, welcome back to the channel. Okay, so today's video is going to be about how to rob your enemy. Now, a lot of people may say to me, "Oh, Mr. Random, I already do this." Hey, thumbs up to you, mate. Fucking get in there, you know. But I just thought that I would make a video about it. I've got quite a bit of experience about it. You know, a lot of my videos are sort of about how to terrorize the biggest spender, how to rob people, blah, blah, blah. You'll rarely ever see me doing rally videos. Oh, shit, I mean, it's fun, of course it is, but, you know, I honestly, I prefer fighting the underdog story always, you know. I've been in kingdoms where we've just ploughed into the same fucking alliance day after day. They've never done anything back in return, and it's just like, I don't know. It's just like flogging a dead horse, mate. You're not really getting anywhere. You go and sabotage the event and it's like, ah, well, whatever. Not surprised about that one. You know, it is what it is. So yeah, I always prefer the underdog story. Hence why I am currently in this kingdom, and I changed up things that I was doing basically. I was bored sitting around. You know, I am in other kingdoms where we are in peace kingdoms. Got a lovely Korean team which are really nice, and kingdom's really good. We have a lot of fun. We just had some new members as well, which is great. And, you know, we're actually very successful in our events. So, yeah, I tend to just switch around. I'll go, you know, if I want to go and chill out and go and say hello to some people, you know, I'll pop over to one of my other kingdoms. Or if I want to go and kill some people or rob some people, I think, oh, I'll just go to 148 or 125, or it all depends on how I feel. So this video is going to be about robbing people. And as you can see whilst I've been talking, the castle that I'm currently in is just a low powered castle, and that is perfect for something that I am currently doing at the moment. Now I need to figure out how much is left in here. I could just be hitting an empty castle, as to say. But yeah, so this castle, I'll show you, piece of shit equipment, but it's enough to do the job. It's got 5 marches. I'm getting rained upon by this tower right here at the moment with arrows. It's just great, losing 25 troops at a time, but I don't really care about stuff like that. So you want to be getting yourself a castle like this. You could do it with a level 30. You know, you could do it at a lower level actually and get away with it, but depending on how big the march size is, etc., will depend on how efficient you can be with that castle. So yes, number one, get yourself a shit castle and use it to the best of your ability. Also, doing stuff like this actually improves your confidence in going out there to attack. You get to learn a lot more about the game. You also get to learn a lot more about the enemy as well, as to, you know, people sort of, I say sleeping patterns, but sometimes you know, there's certain people over in certain alliances over here that, you know, I know when they're asleep and I know when they're awake. You know, humans are very repetitive, and they do the same things over and over again. So if you've got, use your brain, you can actually learn people's habits, as to say. But I'm not going to go too much into that because that's not an easy thing to sort of learn. But, you know, I find it very, very interesting. And yeah, basically, it's all good. I'm a people watcher as well, if anyone knows what that means. But I don't peek through people's windows or anything like that. Like, if I'm out shopping or whatever, I just tend to watch sort of people and their mannerisms. That's why I'd have to explain that very quickly. I'm not a fucking peeping Tom or anything like that. But yeah, I just sort of watch people's manners, and some people do the most strangest of things, and it makes me fucking laugh, you know. So yeah, especially when they think no one's watching as well, which is great. So yeah, that always makes me laugh. Anyway, we're not going to talk about that. We're talking about robbing your enemy. So number one, get yourself a very shitty castle. Number two is the troops that you use will be siege troops, right? These battering rams, T4, ignore the fact that I've got archers and cavalry in it. I'm fully aware of that. But I've got pretty cheeky so far. I've been doing this for over an hour now and no one's clocked me. So unfortunately, the overconfidence in me sort of kicks in a little bit. And I'm like, fuck it, whatever. Let's just rob as much as we can in the time that we have. So yeah, go for the siege troops. They do hold the most. They got a higher troop load. I'll show you. I'll probably get hit while I'm doing it. Who cares? Who cares? That's what I say. Get yourself some of these bad boys, T4, T5 catapults, but these are quite cheap to build. Obviously, you've got T10 catapults. They work as well. Basically, siege. Now, you know, you want one force of troops, right, that you use to kill the farm troops in, depending on how many troops there are. You know, level 38 here, as you can see here, I've used it earlier. But also, if you've got a blue dragon, use your blue dragon skill to hit the farm troops. Because again, you don't want to be losing troops. It's about being efficient. about getting the most out of your time, right? So use the siege, they pick up the most. I've been robbing now for almost an hour, 1 hour down here, mrporntube.com. Had to bring him out of retirement. This is a castle that I took to another kingdom. I used it as a farm. Basically filled it up with everything that I needed in the event that I ever needed to do something like this again. And it's perfect. Suited me well. As you can see, about an hour ago, I started off over at Daredevil, robbed the shit out of his farms, then went over here to another guy, which is just down here. Let me keep sending these troops whilst I'm talking, trying to be efficient, make a video and talk and blah 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 at the same time. This guy here had plenty of silver and iron. At the moment we're about, what's that, 6, 7, 8, 9 million silver, about 10 million iron. I need some more iron actually, bit of food, and about 130 million wood, which is not bad for an hour's work. If people say to me, that's not a lot, Mr. Random, I'm fully aware it's not a lot. There's farms around here that I could probably get away with doing this like for about fucking 5 hours. You know, but I don't want to waste too much time doing it. I spent a couple of hours. I was actually watching a film and robbing them, and I thought, well, I might as well make a video. You know, I haven't uploaded in a while, blah blah blah, as to say. Yeah, so tip 1, get a shit castle. Number 2, build loads of T4 siege, because then again, if you get hit, they're very easy to heal, and you know, you're not giving away too much to the enemy, as to say. Number 3 is plan your route. Right, now bookmarking stuff is perfect. As you can see here, I'd already bookmarked that spot where I'd already teleported in, so I teleported right so there, and then I smashed this guy up. I couldn't actually squeeze in there, which was really unfortunate. But yeah, bookmark it. I know it says plane, but I knew what plane meant to me. And then the second one, my third target is going to be over here. I know these 2 castles have silver in, so essentially what I would be doing is really porting there. You want to get as close as you can to the castle that you're robbing. Obviously reducing the travel time to the castle, and obviously making it more efficient so you can rob more in a period of time. So yeah, plan your route, make sure you know where you're going to next. And yeah, it's basically as simple as that. Now, another thing that you also need to make sure that you're doing is spreading your marches apart, right? Now, a lot of people tend just to go, oh, bam, 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 which is great. But at the end of the day, if all of those troops suddenly return at once, right, and someone's watching you and waiting for your troops to come home, they plow you in and you lose 3 marches worth of troops, as to say. By spreading them out, they're going to have to pick and choose, which also gives you a window of opportunity to get the fuck out of there, as to say, you know. So make sure you put a decent gap, depending on how close you are to the castle. I'm fairly close to this one. I must have emptied it by now, fuck me. You know, but make sure you put a big enough gap between them. So, you know, reduce the risk if someone's actually going to hit you. You know, maybe you'll only lose 1 march instead of 3. If you don't understand that and anything I'm talking about, please put a comment in the section down below. And I'm more than happy to help you guys out. You know me, I'll respond as long as it's not too retarded. So, yeah, that's sort of a little tip regarding the troops. Obviously, make sure low tier troops on the siege. And make sure you leave a big enough gap. Now, and also another thing you want to be doing is having a potential spot as an escape plan. Somewhere very close by that you can suddenly teleport to and slap a shield on if needed. Don't go robbing stuff if you've got a shield cooldown, right? Because that is not going to work in the fucking slightest, right? It's just going to fuck you up, because if people find you on the map, they could basically just chase you around the map. If you've got a ton of resources, like potentially I have at the moment, they could just follow you around the map and just basically rob all your shit. It's as simple as that. So make sure you've got a spot to go to. So if somebody suddenly teleports in close to me and slaps 6 marches at me and tries to speed them in, I can go boom like that, slap a shield on. You understand what I mean? Very simple, very simple. Okay. Another tip that you guys should be aware of is in your skills section. I don't currently have it on at the moment. I do on my other castle under development. If you scroll down here, you will see this active skill, which makes it that the resources in your city can't be plundered for 2 hours, right? Now, I'm going to turn that on so you guys can see what that is. But at the same time, I'm just going to hide my troops very quickly. Because 9 out of 10 times when I'm doing stuff like this or talking or just... My mate rang me the other day and then I answered the phone and fucking come back like 2 minutes later. I already set a rally on that one. And I'd been hit on my farm on one of the castles like this. And I was like, for fuck's sake. Literally just bad timing, you know. So I will show you the skill very quickly and I'll show you it activated. So you guys can obviously, you know, again... It's not always advisable to be off a non-attack, but being in combat on a castle like this doesn't really matter, you know. If you've got some bog standard stats, you can more than likely get away with 0 and the farm troops that are already in that farm castle. So, you know, the stats really don't come into play because people who build farms well build the farms basically with farming gear. They're not with combat gear. And if you've got some combat gear on, then, you know, you're obviously got an added advantage when clearing the troops. Okay, so I'm going to slap this on because for the hour I've got, we got some resources. It's all good, it's all good. And I'll show you the skill, like so, right? So this skill here, resource protection, nothing new, been around for years. But, you know, a lot of people don't tend to realise what it is or what it does, so I'll tell you. Resource protection, active skill, makes it so that all the resources in your city can't be plundered for 2 hours. And by activating it, brings this lovely little bubble over your castle like so. Now, this doesn't mean that people can't attack you. You can still get hit and lose troops. But if someone hits you, none of your resources can be touched. So now, this is like a big fuck you bubble, you know, really? Like, I'm robbing you. What you're going to do about it, all you can do is look, you know, as to say, obviously they can hit you, but, you know, if you get spotted and you hide your troops and you're sat there, they can hit you as many times as they want, but they can't get their fucking resources back. And it's great because it lasts for 2 hours. So I've been doing this for an hour now. When I finish making this, I'm going to continue. I'm currently watching Mortal Engines at the moment. Everyone's seen that? Great film. But I'll continue watching my film and robbing some more resources from this guy over here on the right-hand side. Again, planned my route. 2 lovely little castles that are right next to each other. Easy accessible, like so. So I'm going to cancel the rallies that I had. This one. This one. And this one. Fucking hell. I do this so slow when I'm talking. When I'm actually not talking. I need to... Okay, so what I need to do is go in first with a thing. I don't think there's many troops in here at all. But there is some of those knights. And even without good stats, these ranger knights. I don't want to lose unnecessary troops. Probably, you know, I'm not going to lose a lot anyway, but... If I sent 175,000 T4 against some Ranger Knights, they'll probably kill some, I'd like to think, even if the stats were shit on the castle. So yeah, I don't really want to risk losing any troops, because again, on a shit castle like this, I'm not spending, so you want to maximise what you've got. You know, make the most of the tools that you have at hand. And then what I'll be doing is, like so, doing that, taking my main force, as to say, and my hero, rallying it so it's out of the castle, and then continuing to rob this castle like so. The game has lost a march for me, which is great. But this guy's got a bit of wood and silver, which is obviously what I'm after, which is perfect. So yeah, again, any questions regarding this, please pop it in the comment section down below. I'll help you guys out. You know, this game is not, I say unbalanced, unless you're in a big alliance and you can sit there and circle jerk other people. But if you're getting attacked on a regular basis, you know, you need to figure out a way to fight back. Whether it's killing farm troops, robbing resources, or if you're a spender or you have a strong castle, then you need to get out there and start killing people. Because sitting and hiding whilst getting attacked on a regular basis is no good. That's no fun. And you wonder why people quit this game, because they get attacked over and over again. And then when they sit under their bubble for so long, and then someone turns up and shield breaks you and takes away all your hard-earned work, and that's your game over, and you haven't actually experienced the game. You've not gone out there and robbed stuff or killed people, joined a rally, done the mineral vein, because basically you're too fucking afraid. And I don't blame people as well, because this game is massively money orientated. I mean, I am fighting an underdog story over here, to put it bluntly. I'm in a 1.7 billion power alliance. I'm in a Chinese alliance, by the way. I don't really know these guys over here. They seem all right, but I need to be. I say need to be. It's beneficial for me to be in an alliance like this. This lot put a lot of scouts up and stuff, so it also helps me learn the kingdom. You know, I can learn from people and being in their alliance. This is the leader board for power. As you can see here, I'm the scout, which is great fun. But yeah, I'm just, you know, if I was to get 0 tomorrow, which I won't do because I know how long's left on my shield and I'm pretty smart about it, but if I got 0 tomorrow, it's part of the game. It is what it is. You know, I'd probably stick it on YouTube because I do stuff like that. I don't really care. But you know, as far as I'm concerned, for the few months that I've been here, I've probably killed now about... the castle had 191 million kills on it. I'm on 313, 316, Lord Power. 316, 803, 191. Plus, I've already killed about 10, 50 million troops with this castle and about 35 with the other one. So... you know, you do the maths, what's that, about 160, 170 million kills in 2 months. It's all right, you know. I know a lot of people that kill an awful lot more than this, and I personally have done this in another kingdom and killed a ton more than this. But I'm having fun, clearing up little castles, zeroing people, level 45 people. I'm teasing SJU, I'm taking my shield off, and then I'm jumping around the map like, yeah, fuck you, catch me if you can, and then mocking them in chat. I love a bit of banter. And, you know, that is just generally the way that I play. So, yeah, not going too much into babbling on, as to say. But I'm going to continue robbing this guy. So, little tips and tricks for you guys to get out there, earn yourself some well-earned resources. Get your next upgrade by doing something like this. As you can see, I've got a lovely little bubble where you can't take the resources from me. It also looks, as well, with this skin that I've got been hit with a snow cannon. But I haven't, which is great. So, yeah. Any comments, questions, feel free to pop it in the section down below. I'm Mr. Random. I'm currently robbing SJU in Kingdom 148. If you need me or you want to send me a message, basically just go to 148. This castle here is me. Subscribe to Mr. R. He. I'm such a troll. And this is me also as well. Feel free to ping me a message. I'll help you guys out. I am not a big spender, but I am a casual gamer. But I've played this game for a very long time, and I specialise in terrorising the bigger enemies, as to say, the bigger spenders, how to terrorise the big spender, as to say, how to rob people, and just generally really take it to the people, you know, fighting that underdog story. So yeah, any questions, come find me, mail me, I'll help you guys out. I'm Mr. Ryan, I hope you guys enjoy the video, and I'll catch you peeps later.